Thanks for joining, everyone. We have a real special guitar here, a special episode. Appreciate you signing in and watching with us. Right here I'm holding the only one in existence, a true one of a kind, brought back from the ashes, but a new body shape and a Masterbuilt by none other than the Ron Thorn of the Thorns. So I'm holding here a one of a kind Meteora Masterbuilt by Ron Thorn Flathead. So what is a flathead, you might ask? Well, there's not a real answer to that, but I'll give you a little bit of the history on it. This guitar was sort of stemmed from the idea from the customer. It's a customer's build that we did, and we love this guy. Thanks, Matt, for letting us do this with your guitar. That might be a name I changed, just so you know. But anyway, here we go. This guitar stemmed from a 2001 to 4 range of team builds they did back, 20 years ago. And they had these awesome little flatheads from the flathead engines, the pistons, inlaid down here on the 12th fret. Now, when I started talking with Matt about this guitar, I feel like a couple years ago, he really wanted something like this, but he wanted it in that new Meteora shape, because it is one of my favorite new shapes that Fender came up with, that has come up with in decades probably. But Ron, what's really cool about it, Ron was actually the inlay artist for this original inception of the guitar. So he was hired by Fender freelance to do the inlays, and now Ron is the principal master builder, which I think is pretty awesome that we were able to get this done by him for our fellow Matt. So this guitar was really built from the ground up with Matt, myself, and Sir Ron Thorn sort of scheming and tinkering on ideas of what can make this thing special, unique, fun, and fabulous. So we're gonna have lots of pictures throughout the bit. You're gonna see like the neck, you're gonna see the body, the raw, all the bits, even the paint. I love that part. But let's start with the guitar itself. We got 2 hot EMG pickups in here, because this guitar is meant to rock and roll. It's not meant for smooth, sweet jazz. Obviously, the Meteora shape is a new and sort of radical departure for Fender. This came out about 4 or 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I think, maybe 4. I can't remember. But we love it. I've even got to have hot chicken in Nashville with the guy who came up with this design. That was a cool dude. Equipped with the neck, we got an ebony board here, and this is a modern V carve, which is really comfortable. I love V necks, but this one's a smooth and fast and sort of sultry one. This whole thing's done in satin, but I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's got a pearlescence to it, so it's not just like matte yellow. It is a matte finish, which is what's so weird when you hold this thing in person. It sort of glimmers and glows a bit like a vampire from Twilight, and it's got a hard tail, which is really cool. So you can really rock and bend and push and play hard. You do gotta put a battery in the back there, but that makes those pickups work. You got locking tuners on it. But this was it really was a labor of love getting to watch, and it's joyous for me, besides talking with Matt as we put this together. It was really neat to do something that wasn't a traditional body build, and to see something modern and fresh and sort of, and not relic as well. This is a non-relic guitar, which we don't do a lot of. And it's a lot of fun to sort of see this. Just like the beautiful, smooth craftsmanship across the board. The neck is beautiful. It's smooth as a baby's bottom. I hate that expression. But watching these guys, I'm talking about Matt and Ron, sort of communicate and come together on all the parts, like it's just a fascinating process, because it's not just, here's my guitar, please build it. Here's your guitar from the Guitar 1000 2 months later. It takes a long process of communication, lots of dialogue, but then these pictures and all like the text and the phone calls between the two cats. It's neat to see that they create something that, before you know it, you have a one-of-a-kind piece of art sitting in your lap, ready to howl and scream. I know they went through the necks some. They got to see the paints before it got sprayed on there. The raw body, I thought was fascinating, watching everything from the cutting of it to when the coatings first go on, and then you get the paint going on there. I even thought one of the cool parts was watching the little point gets screwed on there. I love that. And just seeing that, because everything had to be custom for it. They've never made one that shapes this exact guitar. So they had to build everything out pretty much from scratch. Got Ron's stamp back there, which is always fun to see. But I do love that this is truly a one of a kind. It's a weird guitar. It's not for everyone, but I wish it was for me. But I think Matt's going to be a happy camper when he gets this thing in his lap, and He makes a lot of noise for his family too. So I want to give a special thanks to, of course, Matt for letting us build this guitar with him, and to Ron over at the custom shop. I think you built a stunning piece here. It's neat to see what happens when we think outside the box a little bit, and something special and unique comes out of the womb, like that odd California special you make as well. So if you guys out there are thinking about building some funky guitars, Fender can do it. Let us know if we can help. And, let the dreams kind of lead the way. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Casino Guitars, signing out.